Hey guys, I'm Becky from Book Bite Reviews and welcome to another reading vlog. Today it is Friday, July 9th, I believe. Yes, it is July 9th. Now I'm here with a special vlog, as you can tell from the title. This is going to be a spoiler-filled Crown of Midnight Sarah J. Maas vlog, and I'm really excited about it. So if this is the first time that you are coming into one of these vlogs, number one, like it says, it's going to be spoiler-filled. So if you haven't read this and you want to, or you don't want spoilers, look away now. Come back once you've read it. And also, this is my first time reading this book, so I'm very excited about it. I cannot wait. I'm planning to start this tonight. I don't know if it'll technically still be Friday when I start this, because I plan on eating some popcorn I just made, watching some more of Good Trouble, and then I'm going to start reading this. So I definitely won't check back in with you guys until probably tomorrow. So as far as what I'm taking to bed with me, I have this awesome book sleeve that I got from the World of Maas box from Fabled Merch. Inside of it I have my annotation supplies because I will be annotating, and of course my hardcover copy of Crown of Midnight. The bookmark I'm using is the enamel bookmark that says "You Could Rattle the Stars." That is also from the World of Maas box from Fabled Merch. Now, I recently learned that it is pronounced Maas and not Maas, so I'm probably going to go back and forth in the vlog. I think when I started this, I said Maas, because that's what I've called her my whole life. So I just want to give you a heads up that that's probably going to keep happening. But anyways, I'm excited. I can't wait to get into this. I do know that as the series goes on, that we're probably going to be hearing from different characters' point of view and stuff like that. So I do need to read the description of this book to find out, number one, what exactly is happening. Number two, are we still following Selena, or are we going to follow a different character? I don't know. I would assume that we're following Selena until we meet the other characters. So that's my guess. I'm like ridiculously excited to finally pick up this book. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go get in bed. I'll check in later. Hey guys, so it is Thursday now, the 14th. It's been a while. So I started this vlog and then totally thought I could get this book done on a weekend, because normally I could when it comes to Sarah J. Maas. However, I started feeling a little bit slumpy, I guess, and finally on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I finally got the urge to start reading, and I have now read some more of this. So I'm now on page 78. I am not very far into it, but I think the first day I read a chapter, and while it was interesting, I just wasn't feeling it. And now I'm finally starting to feel it. I have 4 tabs, if you can see, and I'm just really into it now. I don't know how long it's going to take me with this one. I still feel like I'm right on the borderline of being into it and being slumpy. So let's just talk about some of my thoughts with this book so far. It does still follow Selena. I think the next book it changes POV, if I'm not mistaken. But right now we are following Selena and Kale and Dorian, and Selena is now the full-fledged king's champion / assassin, and he has sent her to kill a bunch of people, and she has given them secretly the option to either run away, never use her name again, never come back, start a new life somewhere else, or be killed by her. All of them have chosen to run at this point, and she's had to basically stage murders and use corpses that are similar enough to the people, get their insignia rings from them to prove to the king, because he wants proof that these people are dead. So she usually has to bring their heads and rings and stuff like that. But she's actually been letting them go. So I'm really glad to see that she hasn't just like fully turned into what the king has wanted her to, which is honestly a lot safer, especially when the king threatened to kill everyone she loves if she disobeys him. So that's a little nerve-wracking. There are so far like some nice moments. We are still getting like snippets of Kale and Dorian's point of view throughout it. We're having some cute moments with Kale because he still really cares about her, and I do hope that that is who she ends up with. Like, I do like Dorian, but at the end of the day, he's still kind of like a spoiled ass, and I think that Kale needs to find true love with Celaena, in my opinion. At least so far. Things change when it comes to Sarah J. Maas, so who knows who she'll end up with or how I will end up feeling about that person. Now the king has given her this new assignment, which is to take out this like group of rebels, and the first he's only giving her one name at a time. And as she kills them, he'll give her the next name. So the very first name that he has given her is somebody that she actually knew back when she was an assassin. We're just getting into it. What is also very interesting is that she's also slowly learning things about what happened the night that Sam died and she was captured and betrayed. And I can't wait to see how that all plays out. And what's also interesting is that, like, in this city is where she is from. It's not like she's a continent away or whatever, or miles and miles away from like her original home. Like, the Assassin's Guild is like down the street, and she avoids going near it at all costs because she doesn't want to run into anybody. It kind of seems like Celaena's story is going to get wrapped up in this one, at least her story thus far. So I'm excited. I'm feeling it. So yeah, I just want to update you and say that I have finally like actually started this book, and it's going to take a lot longer than I anticipated. Hey guys, so it is quite a few days later. I honestly don't remember what I said in my last clip. I think I just wanted to like update that I was finally getting into the book. So I'm on page 138. And like I said, the book is starting to get really, really interesting, so I think I'm going to be able to fly through the last of these pages, hopefully, because I have some really big plans for the next week, because July ends in a week and a day, so yeah, a lot of reading needs to get done. Some things that I wanted to talk about is that Celaena has just killed somebody, like for real, not fake it to make it. She legitimately killed somebody. That whole scene was like so awesome. I am like so impressed that she realized that he wasn't believing her when she said that like her fiance just broke up with her, so a maid let her in. Because when she like pulls out her dagger, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you should have just stuck with the plan and got out of there. But, like, she really didn't have a choice. Like, he knew because he was the only person who has a key to the office. I thought that was really cool. The way that that whole scene plays out was so intense. Like, her killing him and then getting out of there without anyone seeing her, and the fact that he poisoned her. And, oh, that whole scene was just, like, so stressful for her to get the hell out of there and back to the castle. Like, I honestly think it was just pure adrenaline and determination that got her back to that castle, because she wasn't like close by. Like, it was a distance, not like a huge ridiculous distance, but a distance. So that was very intense. And I just love the quote where she says, and somehow she had wound up exactly where she knew she'd be safest, which is with Kale. Like, I am dying for her and Kale to get together. Like, honestly, I really think that they are meant to be together. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. That is what my gut is saying. I've always been Team Kale. I've always liked Dorian, but I really feel that Kale is the one that she needs to be with. He really cares about her, and I'm just so worried something's going to happen with them. Also, we haven't heard anything from who the heck is Dorian's cousin who just showed up and now has a job with the king, who's like a total sleazebag, and Kale punched him in the face. We haven't seen him since that page, and that was like 100 pages ago. So I wonder if anything's going to go on with him, because Selena was saying that she has a bad vibe about him. She has finally just told Nehemia, which I hope is how you say her name. I need to look up a pronunciation for her. But she just told her that the truth, that she's not killing all these people, because she just like flipped out on Selena and was just like, how can I defend you to my parents, and you're just as bad as anybody else, and you're just worried about yourself. Like, I'm sorry. First of all, she also should have told her, like, the king told me if I don't do this that you and Kale will be killed. So, am I selfish? You know? Literally just trying to do what I have to survive and keep the people I care about alive. But whatever. So she finally told her, and then now she's taken her to the tomb and has introduced her to the magical door knocker and stuff, which, what a cool concept. What a cool concept. So that was really interesting. And then there was something else I wanted to discuss that I can't remember. Oh, she's in the basement or she's not in the basement, she's in the library, and she's trying to figure out where the heck that thing came from that she saw. And she comes across an iron door, which we all know iron is related to fairies. It's to keep them away and hurts them. And she sees something on the other side of the door. Now, I feel like there's going to be some kind of fae person who is locked up. Somebody who is significant. Somebody who has power. I think the thing that she saw may have been another Ritterak, or it could be somebody who is under like this king's dark magical spell, because I think that's what's going on, is like, you know, there's some dark magic at play. I think she might have seen that, or a person who's under the influence. Could be that cousin. Could be him. Haven't seen him in 100 pages, or have we? But I don't think it's that she saw on the other side of the door. I think it's going to end up being a fae. Maybe it's going to be this elusive Rowan who's supposed to be with Aelin, which, by the way, there is talk that we're going to meet Aelin in this book, because there is a rebel group who wants to put Aelin back on the throne. So excited. I'm so excited to finally meet her, because I think book 3, I don't think book 3 and on, I think like there's different books from different points of view, but I'm pretty sure book 3 is from Aelin's point of view. So I think that must mean that kind of Selena may slightly wrap up in this book, at least like this chapter of her life. I don't know. We'll find out. So yeah, I'm having a really good time. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, totally forgot about this. This is why I have to look at my annotations. Nehemia is talking to Dorian because Selena and Kale are having this adorable moment where they're like waltzing outside or something. Loved it. Selena's like, I finally found my home. And I'm just like, yes, in Kale. He's the one. But Nehemia sees Dorian staring at them out the window, and she kind of like, not threatens him, but she's kind of just like, please leave my friend alone and let her be happy. Like, she deserves happiness, and she didn't pick you, bro. Get over it. So she's talking to him, and then she says to him that he has power inside of him, and once it starts to surface, that she will help him through it. So, is magic not dead? Does he have magic? Is he magical? Ugh. Very excited about it. Very excited. So I really feel like we're at the like pinnacle where like we're finally at like the top of the roller coaster, and we're about to, like, shit is just gonna go down, and it's gonna just be a super fast thrilled ride through these last, you know, I think I have like 300 and some pages left, but I'm excited about it. Like, I really think I'm gonna fly through it, because Throne of Glass I flew through as well, so I think it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, that's all I wanted to update you on. I'm going to be finishing this book for sure this week. Like, this book for sure is getting done. I say that now and something's gonna happen. No. That's the plan, is to finish this book. So I will update you guys once I read some more and have some more spoiler thoughts. Hey guys, it's Tuesday morning. I am now past the 50% mark, and I should have updated you sooner because so much has happened now. So last night, my plan was to come on and update you that Selena and Kale have finally kissed. And not only kissed, they had sex. Selena's first time. And it finally happened. And it was like, boom, boom, happened. And my mind was completely blown. So I was so freaking excited about that. Then Dorian started experiencing magical things. Like, he broke a freaking window and like fissured a wall. It was insane. And I should have stopped there so I could update you guys on that and talk about my feelings about that, about how I'm so excited that Selena and Kale have finally gotten together and they're so adorable and I'm so happy for them and all of this is magical and wonderful. And then last night I was like, you know what? I have a really bad headache. I'll just update in the morning. And you know what? I feel like reading just a couple more pages. What an idiot. So, we haven't gotten anywhere with Dorian and his magic yet. He has talked to the witch at the carnival, who is terrifying, by the way. Like, something's going on, but we really haven't gotten anywhere with what is going on. And that's the only reason I kept reading, was just to find out if we're going to find anything else out about Dorian and his magic. But instead, Kale gets kidnapped by the group that is trying to overthrow the king. And they're idiots and don't realize how much of a badass Selena is. So she comes to rescue him and kills so many people. It was so glorious. There's so many lines highlighted of her just being a complete badass. Loved it. Oh, I love those scenes. But then we find out that one of those hooded guys is Archer. And that he's kind of been playing Selena. And it turns out, like, they did this because they thought that Kale was going to question Nehemia, when actually it's the king who's going to question her, and how there's this anonymous threat that was made against her life. So they kidnapped him to talk to him, even though they didn't question him once. So I don't believe them. And then when Selena hears that the king is questioning her and there's this threat against her life and blah, 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 she runs back to the castle to find Nehemia dead. She is dead. And it was like a bloodbath. Like, I just stopped right there because I couldn't believe what just happened. And because Kale didn't tell her about the threat against her life or about the king wanting to question her, I doubt there is a future now with her and Kale. And I'm so upset about it. I'm so upset. I just want them to be together and happy. And now she's gonna think that he doesn't trust her or tell her things, and I feel like it's just going to be ruined. Hopefully it's not, or maybe there is somebody else that she's supposed to be with. But, oh my god. Oh my god. And also now, like, how is she going to go on not killing Archer and the rest of this group and stuff like that for the king, when, like, it turns out, yeah, they are rebels. Oh my god. And what is Nehemia's people going to do now that she's dead? There's just... There's so much up in the air now. There was this chapter. Oh, by the way, Nehemia is the leader of this rebel group. So apparently she was the one who was like talking to Archer and organizing this group and stuff like that. Now there is this chapter that was like very cryptic, and it was between a queen and a princess. And I only know one princess, which is Nehemia. I know a queen and a half. I know Dorian's mom, who is the queen, and then there is Aelin, who is, you know, the rightful heir, which would make her queen. There's also her. So there was a scene of a queen talking to a princess. Oh, I do know a third one. There's also, what is her name? The dead queen, the one that talks to Selena. I can't think of her name right now, but there's also that one. So I don't know which queen. I only know one princess, so I'm assuming it was Nehemia, but they were talking to her saying that one of them needs to break. The prince isn't ready, so I would think that's Dorian with his magic. So the other person was a girl, so I would assume that's Selena. And then the princess is like, it's gonna break her, she's gonna go over the edge, stuff like that. So I don't know if Nehemia is really dead, or is she really dead, but it's fine because, like, she can come back and talk to Selena just like the dead queen. You know, was all of this just a means to make Selena tap into her abilities? Because she kills people like nobody's been. Like, there were dozens of men in this warehouse, and she killed most of them or injured them. So it's like, does she have powers? Because then when she was, like, running back to the castle to find Nehemia, she said that the snow was glowing blue. So I feel like she was showing some powers or something. I don't know. I stopped. So like when she came in, like a bunch of guards saw her and Dorian saw her and like chased after her to be like, what the hell's wrong with you? Because she's probably covered in blood, and then running through the castle to then find Nehemia dead. So I wonder, like, is she gonna be like, the king gonna say it was actually Celaena who killed her because she can't really talk about where that blood came from? I guess she could if she said it was Archer, but then she'd have to bring his head. I don't know what's gonna happen. There's just a whole lot going on, and I'm annoyed that this book is still not done, but I'm also really enjoying it and just reading it when I can. So hopefully I have a little bit of time before I go to work. I'm gonna read some more, and I will update you then. Hey guys, so it is Thursday. I have made good dent in this book. I'm now on page 286, so I just have this amount to go. My goal is to finish this today. I'm gonna try to read as much as I can at work today. I read a good chunk at work yesterday, so I'm hoping I can do that again. And then finish it tonight when I get home. We will see. But right now I kind of want to talk to you guys about what has happened since Nehemia died. I'm like I pictured, but I mean, there's still room for this to come back. But like I kind of thought, her and Kale are in a really bad place right now. She wants to kill him. The points of view, the times that we get his point of view is so soul crushing, because he's just like, she hates me, and I understand that, and I will live the rest of my life with the guilt that I have over not telling her about the threat against Nehemia's life. Like, ugh. I just feel so sad. I feel so sad. And now her and Dorian are starting to get closer again. Not in a romantic sense yet, but I'm hoping that it doesn't eventually lead towards that. I think that they're just going to have a stronger friendship than they did because he's helping her through this. And I think that he's eventually going to entrust her with knowing that he has freaking magic. Oh my god, like he stopped her from killing Kale. That was insane. That was totally insane. But other than that, we've just really been going through it with Celaena. This book is just like so... Angst isn't the right word, but Celaena's just really going through a depression. And I feel like it's so well written. It's so well perceived of what she's going through and just how dark and deep this is. I just really appreciate the rawness that is in this book. With me currently being on my period and feeling like utter crap, to then have these scenes where like I'm not saying the two are comparable in any way, shape, or form. But for me to be feeling physical and emotional pain during this moment of time, and to then be reading Celaena feeling something similar, much greater on a big, deeper scale, but I almost feel like it was kind of the perfect time for me to read these passages, because it's just like, it's so just like heart-wrenching. And so as she's like, you know, just dying inside, and I feel like I may be dying inside, I just feel like it worked out well. I'm sorry if that offended anybody. I truly don't mean the comparison is very much a joke, but at the same time, real, just because, like, I'll stop. And then, I guess I didn't really realize when we get to the scene where Celaena sees Nehemia's bedroom. You know, they describe it as, like, a bloodbath, and that she is just, like, completely cut up, but I thought it was, like, knife slashes. I didn't realize that she was literally dismembered. She was literally dismembered. And then that eventually led Celaena, because she's like, I know who it is. And I'm like, who? I don't know who it is. How do you know who it is? And then I was like, oh, yeah. So then she kills that guy in a spectacular way. Like, is it wrong that my favorite Celaena is either when she's being very vulnerable with someone, or when she tucks herself back and lets out that assassin side of her? It's just so beautiful, honestly. Like, that may be fucked up, but honestly, like, I mean, I doubt I would like it in real life, but it's funny to read, like, when she was killing all those men in front of Kale, of him just being, like, in awe, but also kind of terrified, whereas I was just like, Bro, you should be turned on right now. That is stunning. Loving this book. I mean, no surprise there. I also did find out my best friend's mom has been reading these, and I really want to talk to her, but she's on like book 6, and I'm so scared she's going to give me a spoiler. So I think I'm just going to wait until I read them all and then maybe like talk to her about them so I have someone to talk to about them. So yes, I'm going to get to work. I need to leave right now. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys that, please find Kale again. Please find each other. There's also this like, conspiracy thought that Kale is kind of having. He hasn't said it out loud, but what he's describing is that Selena may be a princess of Terrasen, because when he thinks back to how her parents were killed and how she was found, and then this song that she knows that she sings at Nehemia's grave, it's leading to her not being just like a commoner. Like, she was of noble birth, and now the only way for her to survive would be for her to kind of go underground, create a new identity as this assassin. And that's exciting. That's really exciting. So, all right, I'm gonna get to work. I will hopefully check in with you guys tonight, if not tomorrow, when this book is hopefully done. But if more crazy stuff happens, I'll definitely check in before I finish it. Hello, I am home from work. I am extremely tired, but I have less than 100 pages left of this book, and I'm gonna try to read some before going to bed. Kale found Selena's will, found out that she left everything to him, and then just made a note that he would consider sharing some of it with her maid, Philippa, which was so cute. And then Kale went into a broom closet and started sobbing because it didn't say why, but I think it's because he realized that Selena truly loved him, and that she realized that if anything ever happened where he left the guard, he would never want to go back to his parents, and he would need money to make his own life. So she made sure that he was taken care of, and I think he realized not only that she loved him, but that she truly cared about him. And I think there is a difference between loving someone and caring for them. Truly, it kind of seemed like no matter what happened, that she cared about him enough to make sure that he was okay. And he kind of realized what he may have lost. And like, there's a line where he says if Selena tries to hurt him and attack him again, that he was going to let her just kill him. It's just so sad. I hope they can find each other. And then Selena went to Yellowlegs, and that was terrifying. That was the creepiest thing I ever read. Ugh, hated it. And now she has just gone through this creepy labyrinth underneath the library and has realized that she's under the clock tower, which I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing we'll find out. So, yeah, let's find out what these last 90 pages have in store for us. Wish me luck. He literally just jumped through a portal to save your dog. You have to love him. You have to be with him. And now she just jumped through the portal because she does love him and the dog. And she has now revealed herself as a fae. Did she know? Did she know she was fae? I feel like the answer is no. But I have to keep reading. I have to keep reading. I have just finished this book. It is just before midnight, like 2 minutes to midnight. And I will like get into like my full overall thoughts tomorrow, once I like have soaked this in and can create coherent thoughts. But Selena is Aelin. She's Aelin. Do you know how stupid I feel right now? There's no chance in hell she's getting with Kale because I already know the bitch gets with Rowan. I have always thought it was so weird that Selena and Aelin were described the same and never put two and two together. I have wasted 2 books pining over Kale, and they will never be together. Why is this happening to me? Why? Why? You know what's funny though? Is I thought maybe we had already met a Rowan, but I was thinking of a Roland. And so I did a search in my ebook copy of this from the library for Rowan, and I found that my ebook copy had a like chapter 2 of book 3, and that we meet Rowan, and he is Queen Maeve's, one of Queen Maeve's Fae warriors. So it's funny that she fell in love with basically a king's warrior, and now she's going to end up with another warrior. I better love Rowan. That's all I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I've heard that he's a little rough around the edges, if I'm not mistaken. I could be thinking of somebody else. I have heard he's a great book boyfriend, though. So, maybe it'll all work out. Oh my god. But alright, I am going to get in bed. I will talk to you guys tomorrow once I have my thoughts together. Alright guys, so it is the next day. Pepe and I are ready to tell you our thoughts on Crown of Midnight. Where to even begin with this book, you guys? So I guess let's just start with overall rating, 5 out of 5 stars. I really like this. The beginning did seem just like a little bit slow for me, but then it got really, really good. Pep, move your butt. I have seen quite a few people say that this one was their favorite in the series, and while I can understand why that is because of the reveal at the end, I don't think I can say this is my favorite because of the reveal at the end. I feel like such a dumbass for saying things like, you know, I think we're gonna meet Aelin in this book. It's gonna switch point of views to Aelin. I want Selena to be with Kale. What a dumbass. I also saw today on my Instagram, one of the people I follow, I believe it's Books with April, I think is what her name is. Her name's April. Her Instagram is something like Books with April or Books in April or April Books, something like that. I could look it up, but I don't feel like it. But she is a super SJM fan like I am, and she did a poll, I think yesterday, that was like, who's your favorite SJM boyfriend? And while Kale wasn't on the list, she shared the results that Rhysand had won and like said something like, but we all know the real winner is Asriel, and that she absolutely despises Kale or something. And is it because of what happens in this book? Because I don't hate him for it. Like, he didn't kill Nehemia. I don't know if it could have even been stopped or prevented, to be honest, other than Nehemia not getting with this group of people. Yeah, like, is he gonna do something awful in the future? Is he gonna turn into a piece of crap when she chooses Rowan or something? I don't know. So that has me really concerned. Yeah, I really love this. I annotated the crap out of it, as you can see. I think it looks really great with this cover. So nice. I absolutely cannot get over the ending. I think that this is probably one of the most emotional character deaths that I have been through. I will say that there's another death that I really think of when I think of a character death in a book, because I haven't really read a whole lot of books where they kill off characters. I kind of want to feel that pain. But like the ones where they kill off a main character, I kind of want to feel that pain. But the other one is Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. We have a character death in like the first or second chapter, and it is traumatic. Like, we literally just met this person, but yeah, that was rough too. And I think that this is probably also the worst book breakup that I've gone through, because I feel like in every other book where there is a breakup, they get back together. And I know that's not gonna happen because I know she ends up with Rowan. So I'm just so crushed. And then like last night going back through all of my tabs so that I could finally like underline them properly, because while I'm reading I just stick a tab and then go back later and like do the underlining and adding notes and stuff like that. While I was going back through and like reading the scenes between her and Kale and him like loving her, and I'm just being like, oh yes. I felt so dumb of like, you big idiot. You big giant idiot. Yes, this book is complete. I loved it. I'm sad, but I loved it. And I have hopes because a lot of people really, really love Rowan. Like a lot of people ship her with Rowan. So I'm hoping he's going to be great. The little snippet that I read last night of the next book where we meet, it was the chapter where we meet Rowan. I'm already getting some good vibes from him. Like I know it's literally him not saying anything and glaring at her. And I'm like, he's the one. So I am excited to read book 3. Yeah, look forward to the next spoiler-filled vlog. And I think that that's it for this vlog. I think so. I don't think there's much else to talk about it. I'm sad, but I loved it. And yeah. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Don't forget, if you enjoyed it, to give it a thumbs up. Keep reading, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.